Across the vast universes of DC and Marvel Comics, two powerful supernatural entities stand out. Raven, the daughter of the demon Trigon, and Blackheart, the monstrous offspring of Mephisto. Both command immense dark magic, possess reality-warping abilities, and walk the fine line between destruction and control. If these two titans were to face off in an all-out battle, the clash would shake the very foundations of reality itself. But in this war of darkness, who would emerge victorious? To find out, we must examine their origins, abilities, weaknesses, and ultimately, what happens when these forces collide. Raven, the sorceress of shadows and light. Born as Rachel Roth, Raven was never meant to have a normal life. As the daughter of Trigon, one of the most powerful demonic entities in DC Comics, her very existence was a ticking time bomb. Trigon sought to use her as a gateway to conquer the mortal world, but the monks of Azarath intervened, raising her to suppress her emotions and master her supernatural gifts. Raven's abilities are deeply connected to her emotional state. If she allows herself to feel rage, hatred, or despair too deeply, her father's influence can consume her, turning her into a force of destruction. Her primary power is empathic manipulation, which allows her to sense, control, and even absorb the emotions of others. This is a rare and terrifying ability, as she can fill her enemies with unbearable fear, grief, or rage, disrupting their focus and control over their own abilities. But this is only the beginning of what she can do. Raven's soul self is one of her most formidable weapons, a shadowy projection of her spirit that can leave her body, attack enemies, teleport across dimensions, and even serve as an independent entity in battle. This spectral force gives her an edge in combat, allowing her to strike without putting herself in direct harm's way. But perhaps the most dangerous aspect of Raven's power is her reality-warping potential. While she rarely taps into this ability, there have been moments when Raven has rewritten reality itself, altering time, memories, and existence. In her White Raven form, she has been able to erase entire timelines, banish cosmic entities, and even resist divine-level beings. This means that under the right circumstances, she could reshape the battle itself, turning the tide instantly. Despite her immense power, Raven has a glaring weakness: her emotions. If she loses control, she could either fall to her father's corruption or weaken enough for her enemies to strike. While she has overcome this many times, it remains a factor in high-stakes battles. Blackheart, the Prince of Pure Darkness. On the Marvel side, Blackheart is not just a demon. He is a being of pure evil, crafted by Mephisto from the darkest energies of the underworld. Unlike Raven, he was not born from a mortal woman, but created as the ultimate successor to his father. From the moment of his existence, Blackheart has sought to overthrow Mephisto, conquer Hell, and spread chaos across the multiverse. His strength rivals even the most powerful sorcerers, and his mastery of dark forces makes him nearly unstoppable. Blackheart wields dark force energy, allowing him to manipulate shadows, summon demonic constructs, and drain the life force from anything he touches. His shadow constructs are not mere illusions. They are solid, deadly weapons capable of slicing through even the toughest opponents. His energy projection can manifest as powerful black lightning or tendrils of darkness that consume anything they touch. In addition to these offensive abilities, Blackheart is also a master of Hellfire, the mystical flame that burns both the physical body and the soul itself. Even beings with immense durability find it nearly impossible to resist. This alone makes him a nightmare opponent, as few beings in the Marvel Universe can withstand direct exposure to Hellfire. Beyond raw power, Blackheart is also immortal and nearly indestructible. He has survived attacks from Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, and even Mephisto himself. Unlike Raven, he does not struggle with morality or inner conflict. He embraces his evil, making him a cold, calculating force of destruction. However, like many demonic entities, Blackheart does have a weakness: holy energy and divine magic. While he is resistant to most forms of sorcery, beings who wield celestial or divine power can harm him. This makes him vulnerable to figures like the Ghost Rider, Silver Surfer, or even high-level magic users who can channel pure light. If Raven can tap into her divine side, she may have a way to counteract his immense power. The Clash of Titans. Battle breakdown. A battle between Raven and Blackheart would be nothing short of apocalyptic. Their dark energies would clash, creating massive shockwaves that could warp reality itself. This fight would not be a simple contest of strength. It would be a war of strategy, resilience, and supernatural mastery. Blackheart would likely start the battle with brute force, summoning legions of shadow creatures, launching Hellfire blasts, and attempting to overwhelm Raven through sheer power. Given his near invulnerability, he would walk through most conventional attacks, forcing Raven to use her soul self and teleportation to evade his onslaught. Raven, however, would not fight directly. She would weaken Blackheart from within. Using her empathic abilities, she could attempt to fill him with emotions he has never experienced: fear, doubt, or even guilt. This could momentarily destabilize him, creating openings for counterattacks. If Raven taps into her divine side, she could summon celestial magic powerful enough to burn away Blackheart's dark essence. Given that she has purified herself in the past to enter her White Raven form, she could potentially counteract his demonic nature and even banish him back to hell. But the fight is not that simple. If Blackheart realizes what Raven is trying to do, he could corrupt her instead. He has the ability to manipulate darkness, and if he manages to drag her into his shadow realm, he could turn her power against her. Worse, if he plays the long game and forces her into a battle of attrition, he could outlast her. Final verdict: who would win? So, who comes out on top? At their peak levels, both Raven and Blackheart possess the power to destroy worlds. However, their approaches to battle are vastly different. Blackheart is a brute force of destruction, relying on overwhelming strength, dark energy, and hellfire. Raven is a tactical, emotional warrior, using magic, reality manipulation, and empathic attacks to outsmart her enemies. If Raven keeps her emotions in check, she could use her reality warping powers and divine energy to weaken and eventually banish Blackheart. She has defeated Trigon, an entity even more powerful than Mephisto, which suggests that she has what it takes to eliminate Blackheart. However, if Raven hesitates, if she is overwhelmed by Blackheart's relentless attacks, or if she allows fear to consume her, Blackheart could exploit her weakness, corrupt her soul, and claim victory. Ultimately, Raven has a slight edge, but this would be one of the closest battles in comic book history. The deciding factor would be whether she can control her emotions long enough to channel divine energy. If she does, Blackheart falls. If she doesn't, the darkness wins. What do you think? Does Raven have what it takes to defeat Blackheart, or would his sheer power and demonic mastery overwhelm her? Let us know in the comments below. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.